Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome to Project Zomboid. Now, I picked this up in the Steam sale very recently, and I played probably about sort of 12 hours or so, just getting used to it, and this game is brilliant. So I thought I'd see how long I can survive with a little Let's Play. So we'll start an entirely new one. Now, I'm only playing on first bite because I'm not very good, and I'll probably die anyway. So let's just go with GPMB as our save name. We'll start as a bloke. And we'll call myself Gaz, because that's my actual name. Bemby. And we'll see how long we survive. So, hair, we'll go for messy, because it's similar to what I've got. And we'll go for beard. None, because I don't have one. Black hair. We'll go with the vest. And we'll go camouflage pants, shall we? Green and green. Shall have a yellow top. There we go. Okay. So now we've got to basically set up our character, having a look at, who we want to be and what skills we can have. Now, if we go for literally nothing, like unemployed, then we can have up to 8 points to spend. And so we could have thick-skinned, and that'll give us still 2 points to spend on something like dexterous, fast reader, outdoorsman, wakeful, food-related illnesses. So there's plenty of options for us, though. I quite like being a carpenter, simply because carpentry skills are something that we're going to find extremely important to us. And starting at level 3 of a carpentry is something that we realistically can't do without. There's loads of options for different things. So repairman, get some carpentry and some maintenance. A veteran, weapons, a lumberjack. So a bit stronger. And very good at weaponing. Weaponing? Good use of words. A burger flipper apparently is good at cooking, which makes sense. An electrician, good at electrical. An engineer, basic carpentry and electrical. I think, construction worker, basic carpentry and blunt accuracy. Should we go with unemployed and start with a basic character? No, I think we want to start with something. So let's see what we've got, which can give us a night owl. Requires little sleep and stays extra alert when sleeping. Good at light-footed and at sprinting. Apparently security guards are good at sprinting. But that -8 is a problem. I think I'll stick with. It's going to be carpenter or construction worker. I'll go with carpenter. I'll start high on the carpentry front. And thick-skinned I want because I get scratched very easily. So I need to add something from down here. A hearty appetite. I can deal with that. Okay, so let's let the game load in and see where we begin. So for those of you that haven't played Project Zomboid before, or are totally unfamiliar with this game, it's a survival game, which starts with the best tagline of all games I've ever played, and that is simply, this is how you die, or this is how you died. Because basically you're not going to, there's no end to this game. The game ends when you die. So there's been a zombie apocalypse, and we're basically going to die. Don't need to look at the tooltips, but this is my starting house. So we want to gather all of our stuff, basically, and see where we are in the world. What have I got? Okay, so that's our weapon for us to start with. Baseball bat. Happy with that. It's very unlikely that we're going to end up getting beaten up in our own house. But it's worth just exploring. So I've got 2 rooms. There's a sheet in there, which I'll grab immediately. Because I'm going to probably stick with this as my starting house for a while. But you need to do things like cover the windows so that you can have the lights on at night without attracting zombies, etc. Some coffee. Some very simple things in the fridge. Got some crisps in there. Yeah, got some chips. Got an oven. It's the outside world. Basic supplies in there. I need to get another sheet for that window then. Right. So basically, all we've got to do, there's a zombie over there, is just get our bearings and work out where we are and try and avoid getting eaten. So we could loot our neighbouring houses straight away, but they're going to be the easiest ones to loot perhaps later on. So let's just explore a little bit around this area and try and get my bearings. I don't know the map, or haven't learnt the map yet. I don't know where everything is, but I want to find some key pieces of kit. One of the most important things to find as early as possible is a saw. So an axe and a saw, realistically, are the key things. So this guy isolated. So let's just sneak up on him and beat him to death, because, you know, that's the way we go. Oh, one-hit kill. So we don't need to worry about collecting his clothes, etc., because they persist. So the game, he will stay there, dead forever, which means that realistically I can always return and collect, you know, him, and get some rip sheets and stuff if I need to. So we're just going to have a quick explore of this house, just using the windows that might be open to see if there's anything inside, because often the old inhabitants are dead and become zombified. The other reason why I've moved away from my house a little bit, well, there's a lot of blood in there, is that sometimes the houses are alarmed, and so when you break in, you obviously set an alarm off. That attracts all the zombies. So obviously if I had my home base, now we'll set this up and we'll just grab everything for now from these that's value to us. Actually, have I got a water bottle? I have. And ooh, chocolate. We'll just start collecting resources. So a lot of this game is about resource management. Potato seeds is good, lighter is good, because, you know, we need to collect resources and just start preparing our base. And there's always some nice background noises to try and catch you out and make you jump. And I've turned the music off, simply because I don't think you'll want to listen to people screaming and the music at all times over my voice. Okay. So we need to start collecting books as well. Magazines are good. And books. Basically, we need everything in our house to help us deal with the world without other people. So we get bored, so we need to read magazines to sort of entertain us. We get scared, so we get sad, so we need antidepressants. Oh, it's literally as I spoke about it. What's this? Oh, this is just a door into the bedroom. Okay. There's nothing in here. So we can use the resources from this house as well. So if there's no zombies around, I might smash this house to bits and steal the doors for planks. Although, I think over here, I recognise this construction site. I think just down here, which jog on, is actually, yeah, it is. It's a it's quite populated by zombies though. It's a good looting point. So let's just lure them onto us. Draw them away. Now you'll see they've disappeared because they're behind me, so your peripheral vision is very important as well. You need to keep close attention to what's going on around you. You can break, unlike certain zombies, these ones, you can break their line of sight and they'll stop chasing you. So I'm hoping just to sneak through here like this, and then lure them off, make them follow me down here, and then break their line of sight just by going around this corner here. And somebody's over there as well. Anything good in here? So those zombies are going to follow me. If I go down here and come back up the road, they should have all stopped there. So now, if I'm sneaky, a bit more careful with my my character, because running makes more noise than walking and sneaking, etc. So they've all kind of huddled together there. And they have a little sort of rest period where they just fall asleep and pretend they can't see anything. But now that I've got past them, try breaking into here. And this storage facility might have something really good for us, if I can remember how to get into it. We've got some zombies over there. So I'll just climb over the fence into here. Just hope that there's a way in. There it is. Now, unfortunately, the way in appears to be without windows, so there might be zombies in here. So we'll just close the door behind us for safety reasons. Basically, we'll just clear the room out. There's a generator, which might be useful in the future. But you just see what you can find. So there's a gas can, cigarettes, a kettle, baseball bat. So I'm living quite close. So I don't have to take things I don't need just for now. So we'll just have a look in the other rooms for slightly more useful things. Trowel. It's good for the purpose of another generator. Trowel is good for gardening. Sets me off nicely. Another generator. An empty box. A lighter. Some grey paint. It's not quite an empty room. Another empty room. Not quite living up to the resources that I want. A couple of chairs. Another generator. Wow, so I've spawned in a world where generators is the key. The trowel. Watering can, that's quite good. Buckets will be useful. Okay, so I've overladen myself, so things are getting too heavy because I just realised that I'm putting things in my main inventory rather than in my bag. So having a bag on your back like this reduces the weight of everything that you're carrying. So we can put a lot of this stuff into here rather than where I've actually put it, which is in my main inventory. That was a mistake. Okay. So the bag's still got quite a lot of space, so we'll just keep putting stuff in there. Just to get rid of it out of my main inventory. Okay. So I don't need 2 trowels for now, but I can always come back here. And we've got a box of underwear. So that wasn't quite as productive as I'd liked it to have been, unfortunately. Oops. There is still some good stuff in here. And we are going to come back for it. But for now, that wasn't very helpful. So what's that over there? Getting knocked on. So I think that might be it's another storage container. So we do want to stop that particular zombie from breaking in because we want to keep it secure. So we'll just knock 7 bells out of her. There we go. And then we'll go in here ourselves. Although they're breaking into the window at the back. So let's sort the zombies out. Let's take our time just to do these zombies in. Using our baseball bat to do good effect. Ooh, that's close. There's lots of zombies over there. So we'll just sneak off up here a little bit. Try and get rid of all these zombies. Ooh, don't want to break the window. I'm going to avoid it. Sometimes the graphics aren't very helpful. Okay. Just check. So it's a warehouse. It's exactly the sort of place you want to break into. Probably going to be alarmed though. No? Right. Look at this bad boy. Okay. So we just basically looting loads of cool stuff out of here, hopefully. Or as the case may be, not. Nails. So we'll take the nails so we can start boarding up our house. Make planks if we find a saw. Shotgun cells, not needed for now. Again, I'll make some trips back to here without recording. Planks. Come on, something really good. I'm hoping for a saw or an axe. That'd be really what I want. Lots of nails, which is They're quite rare at the same time, but they're quite abundant. But you need a lot of them. Shotgun shells. Only useful if you've got a shotgun. Lots of planks. Empty sandbag. A saw. There we go. That's what we want. Fantastic. So that's a brilliant start to this particular collection point. Now, if we did finish by finding an axe, then we're pretty much sorted. Oops. Another saw. I don't think I need more than one saw for now, but the fact that I know it's here, it's good. Another watering can. Some fertilizer. Another saw. But just annoyingly not that one remaining. Now, unfortunately, there's a little room there, isn't there? Let's just close that door and check out what's in here. Just a... Oh, crap. Mistakes have been made. Didn't check my corners. That was nearly very bad. Okay, so we don't need any of that for now. So fantastically, we have gone and got ourselves a good starting haul. Okay, so we'll leave this place quite secure, so we can come back to it with relatively safety, and we will jog back to the house and just, you know, take our spoils with us. Although we are quite hungry apparently, so we'll eat that cake slice because always eat perishable food first. So the zombie apocalypse that we're currently in gives us a few things. So we have power, and we should have running water for a week or two, maybe more. It's random. So a random game event will occur that ends the availability of food and water, basically. So once we get to that point in time, now I may have made a mistake by running through this, no I haven't, then we will have to find our own way of you know, collecting water. So the idea realistically is to spend the time that we have now setting that all up. And I've genuinely forgotten what my house was, where my house was. Is it my house? Yeah, it was. Did I not collect any more sheets? It's literally what I went out for, just to find more sheets. Oh well. Okay. So, we need to use the bookshelf. So let's, you know, just unload. Basically, this is the rest of the game now. It's just inventory management in this sense. So I just take each of the items that I want to put onto the shelf, and I put them on the shelf. And then he transfers them. And this is the bedroom. So just to prevent passing zombies from seeing me doing my inventory management, I will I'll close those curtains, but put some food in the fridge. And I didn't bring very much food, did I? So from now on, we're going to have to keep adventuring and basically learning more skills, using our resources to create and cook and build. Although a spiked bat is a very good thing to have. That's a way of improving that weapon ever so slightly. So I'll definitely do that. So now I need to go to here and re-equip the spike bat as my weapon. And put the hammer back in the bag. And we're good to go. Okay, so we've got a cabinet over here. So we'll keep hold of the chips now for our sort of like carrying around with this food. And we'll just chuck pretty much everything else that we've got. Food-wise, into the kitchen cabinets. So I'm going to continue playing, obviously, and recording Project Zomboid. It's currently available in the Steam sale. It's definitely worth picking up if you like zombie apocalypse type games or survival type games, and it has a multiplayer element. I am unpleasantly hot, so if we do get ourselves online, maybe we can play together. But for now, I will call that an end to the very first episode of Project Zomboid, and I will see you again soon for the next episode. Alright guys, bye for now.